Okay, uh, we have already discussed the harmony of the self with the body. Okay, now the body as a self-organized system. The body as a self-organized system. The body as a self-organized system. So really, a body, if you just think it is a self-organized system, it has so many parts. Okay, and each part coexists in harmony with every other part. That is if you just think, that is, eyes are well connected with the brain. Okay, the mouth, the stomach, the whole digestive system is synchronized, and so it for every organ, every cell of the body. If you have to do nothing to make these connections or to synchronize the various parts or to deal with every cell, that means if you just think a body, it contains of several parts. Okay, and all the parts are interlinked with each other. This is, you have just example that they have given, that the eyes. Okay, eyes are all well connected. Eyes are well connected to brain. Okay, and uh, and ultimately all the parts are synchronized. Okay, and every cell of the body. Okay, and with every cell of the body. So we have to do nothing to make these connections or to synchronize the various parts or deal with every cell. Should we do anything? No, because it is already uh, organized in such a way that is, they are connected with each other and they are synchronized with each other, so that we can perform several activities that are going on inside our body. It is possible as it parts are all the parts are actually synchronized with each other. Otherwise, it was not possible. So in the same way, just say the body as a self-organized system. Okay, in the same way, we need to know, that is, harmony of the self, harmony of the self with the body, harmony of the self with the body. Okay, that is self-regulation, self-regulation and health. Okay, harmony of the self with the body. That means body is an instrument of the self. We know that is body. We know body is an instrument of the self. Okay, so that is the responsibility of the responsibility of the self towards responsibility of the self towards the body in terms of nurturing, protecting, and right utilizing the body, and right utilizing the body, right utilizing the wait. right utilizing the body. So this is the responsibility of the self towards the body in terms of nurturing, protecting, and right utilizing the body. So if you just think nurturing, nurturing is of the body is by providing appropriate air, water, food, etc., sunlight. Okay, nurturing is by air, water, food, and sunlight. Okay, so if you just think about the protection is to ensure the safeguards from unfavorable conditions. Okay, and right utilization means using the body of the purpose of the self. So whether the body actually fulfills the purpose of the self or not, that is actually taken care by the right utilization. Okay, and the feeling of responsibility towards the body is called the self regulation. Okay, so what are the things? So one thing is nurturing, another thing is protection. If you just think protection, it is to be ensured, uh, by the continuity of the body, which includes which includes safeguarding from unfavorable unfavorable conditions. Unfavorable conditions. Okay, and right utilization, if you just think right utilization means using the body for the purpose of the, means we have to use the body, using body for the purpose of the self, for the purpose of the self. Okay, and the important is the feeling of responsibility, the feeling of responsibility towards the body is called as the feeling of self regulation. The feeling of the responsibility towards the body is called as the feeling of self regulation, and the natural outcome of it is health. Is health. So till now what we have learned, we have learned that is harmony of the self with the body. Okay, that is our main discussion section. So if you think is a normal body, human body, so in a human body, that is all the parts are there, that parts are interconnected with each other. Okay, and they are not only interconnected, they are synchronized with each other, so that, so suppose if you just think about our digestive system. Okay, so digestive system is synchronized, so for every organ, every cell of the body. Okay, so in the same way, if this body as a structure, if you think, so it is a self-organized, so there should be a harmony of the self with the body. should exist. Okay, self, we have already we know what is self. We have discussed now. Hello, we have discussed that is self exploration. Okay, body, whether it is temporary or continuous. Okay, happiness, we have discussed it or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in the same way, so that is saying is that now the body is an instrument of the self. The body is an instrument of the self, that we have already discussed in the lecture 9. Okay, and the responsibility of the self towards body is basically nurturing, protecting, and right utilizing the body. And so you have already we have discussed what is nurturing means. That is the is of the body is by providing appropriate air, water, food, sunlight. Protection, that means any uh, unfavorable condition to protect uh, the body from the unfavorable condition. And right utilization means the body for the purpose of the self, whether your body actually works for the purpose of the self or not. Okay, this is the important concept, that is already utilization. Okay, the right utilization के बारे में we have already discussed things. So now the thing is that right utilization, okay, that means your body should work for the purpose of the self. That is, whenever you are self exploring yourself, okay, in that for that time your body should be synchronized with your mind. Otherwise you will not able to fulfill your dream or fulfill your desire or fulfill your need. We are not saying about the physical need here. That whenever you are saying about the self means that that is connected with the natural acceptance. Okay, please connect with the, that is continuous happiness, that is love, respect, gratitude. That is the continuous happiness and comes from the natural acceptance of the mind. So in that case, this right utilization means, one thing that we have discussed, that is right utilization means whether you want to acquire the physical needs. Okay, so that should be whether it is optimum or not, that is to be judged by the right understanding. Okay, yes or no? Hello. So right understanding we have discussed, no? So towards right understanding means we can move towards prosperity. That was one of the objective of the education sanskar. Hmm? Yeah, are you getting it or not? So you can explain these things. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the feeling of responsibility towards the body is called as a feeling of self-regulation, and the natural outcome of it is called the health. Okay. So that is self and body. If one table you can, if you draw, that is self. Here this is body. Okay. Here it is. It should be consciousness, and this is about your material. Okay, and something that is there, that is instruction, that is sensation, and another important thing, that is basically information from both the sides. This information is one of the major, you can say it is a component, you can say it, because whatever the information it is coming from the self and coming from the body, and they will be synchronized with each other. Okay, one thing that is some instructions should be there, that is from self to body, or from body to from self to body. This instruction should be there. At the same time, if you just instruction that is from this self to body, but for the sensation is from I think this will be the direction. Okay, body to self. Okay, so that is a need. It is our needs, such needs continuous happiness, continuous happiness. Okay, and physical facility. In that side, physical facility, and this is temporary in time. Okay, and it is continuous in time. Okay, so now the feeling of responsibility, feeling of responsibility. This is very important. Feeling of responsibility towards body. Okay, that is already we have discussed nurturing, protection, and right utilization. Right utilization. Okay, so for that nurturing, what is needed? That is food. Okay, and obviously it is a limited quantity. Food, limited quantity. Okay, protection, that is you can share, that is clothes and shelter. Okay, limited quantity. Okay, and right utilization, that is some instruments. Okay, also it right utilization towards the for the purpose of the self, it's also required in a limited quantity. Okay, so this is your self regulation. This is self regulation. This is self regulation. And here, if you just write this from this, actually a line will be drawn, and there is actually health. Here it is health. Okay, and if you just follow these things, okay, so your health, body acts according to I. When here self means here I, according to I. Okay, and number two, parts of the body are in harmony. Harmony means in order. Parts of the body are in harmony. Okay, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is the complete diagram, that is physical facility for nurturing. These three terms you need to remember: nurturing, protection, and right utilization. I can say that is the three important keywords for this lecture. I think if you can remember these things, so you can easily elaborate the concept. That is not at all a big issue. Okay, because we have already know about the instruction, sensation. The last chapter we have discuss these things, and information, because from self to body, body to self, this information will be passed. Okay, so in that case, this, and whenever these things are fulfilled, then health, actually body acts according to I, and the parts of the body are in harmony. Okay, so that is, I am just reading out one thing, that is appraisal of the current status. It is given in the textbook. Appraisal of the current status. So this is the last part of the chapter. I am just going through this portion. Just listen. Over the last 100 years or so, there have been significant improvements in terms of longer lifespans in dealing with communicable diseases and trauma. But yet, ensuring health remains a question mark. The problem is the wrong assumptions, one of which is that human being is the body. With this assumption, happiness is sought through favorable sensation to the body. Further, the assumption that we will get happiness from sensation through the consumption of physical facility has led to a high demand for it. Most of the present day disorders are psychosomatic in nature. Psycho has to do with the self, and somatic has to do with the body. Disharmony in the self causes disharmony in the body, causing psychosomatic problems. These effects are very prominent when the individual is living with the assumption, I am the body. Are you getting what the meaning of this? Hello? Have you understood the concept?
Sir, can you
बोल.
do the last slide one?
Huh?
Last slide, sir.
Last?
Slide.
अच्छा, ये वाला slide. That I will send it to you, no problem. I have to already, हम तो सारे discussion upload कर ही देते हैं ना. ठीक है, देख लो. But whatever the things I have recently I have gone through, have you understood the concept? The major problem, what is actually the wrong assumption. What is the wrong assumption? That is, it is human being is the body. Is that we used to think that the human, that is actually the that is a body. No, and with this assumption, happiness is sought through favorable sensation through the body. We are actually as we think that that is the we human being is the body, so we are actually trying to search our happiness from the different physical things. Okay, and one of the example is that that is sensation, because it is a wrong assumption. Okay, and the assumption that we will get happiness from sensation to the consumption of physical facility. So we want to acquire more and more physical facility, and so high demand is actually being generated. And currently, most of the problems that the human we are facing, okay, in our mind, you can say that is psychosomatic disorder. Hello. So psycho means that has to deal with the self, and somatic has to do with the body. Okay, so that means as this psycho thing problem is actually happens in our mind, so we will not in a stage of harmony. So we are not in a that is not in a harmony, or happiness is actually disturbed. Yes or no?
Yes.
So the first line, I think you have not listened carefully. First, what they have said, that is, over the last 100 years or so, there have been a significant improvements in terms of longer lifespans in dealing with communicable diseases and trauma, but yet ensuring health remains a question mark. Yes, nowadays medicine or the medical infrastructure is so modernized. Okay, maybe it is actually expanding our lifespan, but the thing is that our wrong assumption actually makes the main origination of the communicable disease. So health is really a big question, because always we are trying to map the body with the physical facility, so we are not concerning about our health. Okay, so that actually leads to a disharmony state. And what should be our objective? What should be our objective? We should be in happiness, but the maintaining this nurturing, protection, and right utilization. But are we able to do that? Because our wrong assumption, that is the human is actually the body. Okay, so I think you have well understood that concept, what they are trying to say. So, hello.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt regarding this? This is all about this lecture. Harmony of the self with the body. So harmony of the self with the body, if this is not there, so different diseases may happen. So you will not be in a happiness state. And for the protecting these things, nurturing, protection, and right utilization. If these things are there, then your body acts according to I, and the parts of the body are in harmony. That is this. If you just remember these things, I think you can easily explain the concept. Nothing more than that. If you no doubt, so I will complete the class over here. Next class we will start the lecture 12. Bolo, any doubt up to this?
No sir, not any.
समझ में आ रहा है ना?
हाँ सर.
ठीक है, चलो. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.